Alright, I'm just be properly on in a minute when I've just got all this stuff looking right. I have to do that from there, don't I? So picture in picture, enable crop. Right, Visa, thank you again for half soul. I really appreciate that, especially at the moment, obviously. Right, yeah, that's the window I want. Right, good, we can crop that there. Now I want to do the opacity thing and set the opacity and enable click through. And then just drag this up if we can, or can't I do that now I've done the live chat? Oh, that's fine. I'll just keep it like that. Right, so windrows. Now, so this, I don't know if you heard about this. This is kind of like a Valheim, and I've never played Valheim, but one of my mates is really into it. And this is sort of like, oh, I've adjust the not the headset, this as it needs doing. But, yeah, so this is apparently like Valheim, which I've never played, but one of my mates likes it. And Asmongold was talking about this when I was round his. Alright, Wasp Freak. And so when we thought, oh yeah, we'll give this a try, sort of thing. And yeah, we really liked the demo. The demo's actually really long, so we didn't even finish the demo when I was at my friend's after a few hours of playing it. So I've started the demo last night, only played for about an hour last night before I went to bed, because obviously I've been on the coach all day, and like getting transfer buses and that back from Leeds. So let's play. Again, this is a game that might play a bit better with a controller, but for now I'll do it with keyboard and mouse. But I have charged up my PlayStation 5 controller, but I'll probably give it a wet wipe clean before I use it again, because it hasn't been used in ages, so it's just covered in dust and, like, you know, wherever there's just stuff in the air's got on it. So anyway, play. So solo offline. I want to confirm the save I already got with masturbates. My pirate scored masturbates. I could have also had semen stains. But we got masturbates. So if you don't know, that was like the fake joke thing with Captain Pugwash for years, that apparently, you know, the crew were called Masturbate, Seaman Stains, and Roger the Cabin Boy. That wasn't their real names, but it's the one everybody remembers. I don't know what their fucking real names are in Captain Pugwash. So I've got a little beach thing set up. I've still not explored loads of this first island. So we're on rescuing the crew, and I need a bigger boat. Yeah, I'm streaming at this time today because I'm able to stream at this time today. Today's going to be a bit weird for me. But tomorrow and everything, I should be back to streaming in the evenings and whatever. There's a video I'll put out tomorrow that's a bit more of a personal video to do with me, but I didn't really want to do it today, so I'm going to stick it on tomorrow, probably about midday. Some of you already know what it's about, where I've talked to people in private, but I'll do it on sort of a proper video. Right, so can I make the better rucksack? So I've got the torn sailcloth bag. What did I need for the good one? I might as well remember to keep using the deposit similar options on any of the chests. Yeah, so I don't want to deposit all my bandages. Let's get 7 bandages back. Which one do I put the bandages in? That one. Right, cool. So in this, if you die... Yeah, cool. I've said to people, Mike, already that I'll do a video on it tomorrow and talk about it a bit, but yeah, because I was asked as well why I'm streaming at this time of day. It's just because I'm feeling up to doing it at the moment, to be honest. But like, everybody's, you know, coping quite well, and like I said, won't go too much into it now. We've had a load of bereavement cards and that sort of thing. But obviously at the moment it's just sorting out all the stuff. So I'll talk a bit more about it tomorrow. But like I said, it's a bit weird for me because I only found out yesterday, even though it happened, you know, prior to that. So, right. So I was wanting to look into, wasn't I, the backpack. I can't remember if it's armor or clothing. No, it's in the other one. Yeah, this is called Windrose, so it's a demo at the moment, Mike, but Asmongold, who's a streamer I watched, he did a video covering this and really liked it, and he normally shits on lots of games. And where I was at my friends in Leeds, at Max's, we thought, because he likes Valheim, and this is very similar to Valheim, although I've not played Valheim, he's like, oh, I really want to give this a go. So we were playing the demo for hours around his house and really enjoying it in his flat. And we didn't even finish the demo. So the game, they haven't given a release date yet, it just says coming soon. But this is like one of those indie games that currently, you know, has had so many downloads and wish lists of the demo that, oh, I need more boar rough hide, don't I, from the boars. So I'll go do that now, so I can get the better backpack, because that will help a lot. So yeah, at the moment, yeah, like I said, we've been really enjoying this. Like I said, this game is getting loads of people. Oh good, there's a boar. I've got a proper sword, haven't I now? Have I got any pistol ammo? Or have I used it all up? Yeah, no bullets or gunpowder. Okay. I just need to remember the controller again. This is probably a bit easier on a controller because of the sort of a bit like Souls-like combat in it. Right, oh, a boarhead. Don't not use the boarhead for. No, I'm probably not going to bother getting a car, to be honest now, Mike, because the National Express up there was really good, and again, car's just money, isn't it, with insurance and all that. And a lot of places now, you can get buses, you know, like up to somewhere and then just a taxi for the last little bit if you need to. So I did the National Express, which was really good. So I booked online ahead of time, makes it a lot cheaper. I didn't go for all the cheapest services and that, because if you weren't worried about date and what time you were arriving and all that, you can get like some £20 National Express coaches, but I think mine added up to about £100 of all like the refund guarantee if we had to cancel last minute and everything. So, alright Rajiv, so I went from Oxford to Birmingham first. That was my transfer. It gets you to the coach station an hour before your next bus. Then that bus was all the way up to Leeds. Ah, that's pretty good, Mike, yeah. And then on the way back, it was to Milton Keynes, and then transfer from Milton Keynes to Oxford. And then it just stopped at the same place I got it from in Oxford. Then I just got the S3 back to where I live. And like the bus service in Leeds was really good. There are a lot of buses to the city centre like every 5 to 10 minutes. When I first went to his flat, I, you know, got up on Google Maps and walked there because I had a bit of time to kill. And I thought that way I'd see the city a bit walking through it. But then after that we just bust everywhere because it's only like £2.50 for a single now. Alright, yeah, so, but like I said, and to be honest, I found it a lot less stressful getting a coach than I would have done even if I was still driving. Because you're not worrying about parking, you're not worrying about having to concentrate looking at the road. Yeah, exactly, and they have chargers in all the seats, and they have toilets on there. So, the good thing about using them was if my colitis was playing up, I could obviously use the toilet on the coach. You know, my phone I could keep at 100% battery because I could just have it plugged into the charger and just, you know, play games and relax while I was on the coach. So, yeah, the only thing is, on all the things which was a bit of a waste of money, but I didn't know that to begin with, but I know that now, is I reserve seats. But on most of the buses I was on, they were only about a third to half full anyway. And in hindsight, I'd have probably just chosen to sat further back on the bus right next to the toilet anyway. So if I wanted to go, it would, you know, I didn't have to walk up and down the bus while it was moving. My reserve seat worked 3 of the 4 ones, and on one of the times there was a fat, like, Karen sat in my seat, and I couldn't even be bothered to complain to the driver and make a scene. Because, you know, she was going to be like one of those fucking go-off fatties, you know, that, yeah, exactly. But like I said, wasn't smelly at all on this one. All of theirs were really clean, to be honest. Like I said, you might get one with a smelly toilet, but like I said, they did seem to have like a fan in the top of it. Yeah, to be honest though, on all of the ones when my reserved seats, no one was in them, they had the proper reserved thing on the seat. On this one, they didn't have, unless you'd pulled it off and hidden it. Yeah, so like I said, I reckon it was a case that she just thought, fuck other people's rules. I booked 5A, funnily enough, Mike, 5A on all of them, so that's a few ones down, isn't it? And window seat. Is 5C the aisle one or the window? On the other side, but I was 5A, funnily enough, you saying that. And 5A is the window, 5B is the one in, but I don't know if 5C is the window or 5C is the aisle seat. Yeah, like I said, Rajiv, these National Express ones are quite good, actually. Most of them were people were fairly quiet on the bus as well, which was nice. There was one where there was like a woman was screaming kids for a bit, but I just put my headphones in. And again, didn't bother me too much, but... Like I said, I just like the fact that I could book that and a return, and all my transfers was sorted out for me, and I just didn't have to stress about it. So I've said to him, definitely I'll go and visit them again in Leeds, hopefully fairly soon, because it was so easy actually doing it that way. You know, and essentially I wasn't paying for like hotel or whatever, I was just staying at my mate's, and then I just made it up by paying for all the food we got. You know, so if we got a takeaway, I'd pay for the takeaway. If he was doing grocery shopping to cook for both of us, I'd just, you know, pay for all the food, and I thought that was just a fair way of doing it. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Like I said, well, if I knew nobody was going to get on between stops, I put my bag on the seat or whatever, yeah. But for, like I said, I didn't have anyone sit next to me on any of them. And when I got on at Birmingham, so when I got on the Oxford one to go to Birmingham, Birmingham was the next stop from Oxford, so nobody got on there. When I got on from Birmingham to go to Leeds, the only stop between there was Derby, and they did a driver change at the services, and you know they weren't doing Sheffield on that one, but sounds like they do Sheffield sometimes on that one as well. Oh yeah, that's dodge. Keep doing Alt now, because that was what the default control was, even though I didn't like it. I might have enough rough hide now to go back to camp, and I thought I'd mark my camp on there. Oh, it's not a permanent marker. Show outside the border, that's what I want. Oh, there's another fucking ball, right. Right, hang on. He's fucked me up a bit. Get back, get back. I've got a healing potion, haven't I? Okay. Alright, there we go. I've definitely got enough ball stuff now. So Rajiv says he found out he may need glasses and varifocals now, or reading glasses. Going to try varifocals, hopefully that cures at least one of my eye strain migraines monitors. Yeah, I know that, Rajiv. I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, I know everything you have wrong with you as you're younger just gets worse as you get older. But yeah, hello to everybody in the chat, by the way. But I think I've said hello to most of you. I'm just going to check how well the stream looks on the little YouTube thing on my phone. But at least now, like I said, I can read all the chat stuff actually on the monitor, and it looks just a lot more professional. So yeah, let me just go to my channel and check that, and I'll go back to the thing. Oh, just turn that. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, my dad has a lot of eye problems now and needs eye drops. So, oh yeah, it's down here, isn't it, my camp? Not there, that's just the, like, little resupply place I made, not my proper camp. Okay. Yeah, so, what was I going to say regarding various things? Yeah, then on the one back, Mike, it was a case of... I got on at Leeds, obviously. I think there was a couple of stops on that one before I got to Milton Keynes, but generally it was people getting off on that one, not getting on. And then my 737 that went to Milton Keynes, Oxford was the last stop, and like the only stop on that one from Milton Keynes. Like Milton Keynes was like, you know, the second to last stop. Yeah, there's like zombie type things in this as well, so it's based in around the era of pirates and like Blackbeard and everything, and like obviously all the British sort of Caribbean stuff. But it's sort of also a bit like, I guess it's a bit like a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of fantasy sort of thing, you know, where it's kind of based on real history, but there's probably like sea monsters and that in this. Right, okay, so let's dump everything of a similar type in the boxes, and again I'll fucking dump the bandages there, I didn't want to do that. take those back. Alright, might as well use the cooking thing while I'm here. Where did I pop that? Over there.
I need my office, my tools, and a little common sense in the world around me.
Right, good. That's a load of that. Now I can put all that food I don't need in a container. So I don't think it goes off in this, so don't want to do the boar's head yet. It might just be a tradable thing. Might as well make this a food type container. Stone just goes in whatever one there's a space for stones. There we go. Yeah, again, Mike, what I can do, which is really good with National Express, is you can obviously set your destination. So what I could do is, say I want to leave from Gloucester Green bus station in Oxford, do up to near you, and we won't say where that is because, yeah, that's annoying, Rajiv. But yeah, like I said, close enough to where you live, Mike, yeah, and then exactly, we could sort something out again, even without me driving. Because like I said, the thing is with driving now, is I personally have no objection to getting back into driving, but at the moment, a car wouldn't really be, you know, doing anything that would make me money. It would just be more outgoing bills and things like that. And again, like where Leeds was actually, I was quite impressed with Leeds, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper to live up there. So again, it might be a case if I chat with my mates, if I could find a job up there and, you know, do that part-time, do YouTube part-time and everything. I was kind of thinking maybe flat sharing with like a mate up there or something, just to finally get out of this house. But I am going to, like I said, over the next couple of months, we've got a lot of family stuff to sort out anyway, and I want to start shifting a load of my stuff on eBay, like I said, to get rid of a load of the clutter and get some more money in. But yeah, like I said, Royal Armouries was good, seemed quite nice. The area both my friends live in is like quite a student-y area, a bit of a gay area, and I mean that in a nice way. So the people were quite nice there, you know, it was just like a bit of a alternative community area, if you like. Apparently there's lots of weed smoking up there and all that sort of stuff, you know, I know that happens everywhere now, but you know, it's a bit of counterculture, whatever you want to call it, sort of area. It was quite nice, it was clean enough. Wasn't really any crime up there that I was worried about. You know, one of my mates lived like literally a 5 minutes walk from a 24/7 Sainsbury's. There was a pharmacy, a load of takeaways right by there. It's great. A lot of fit birds because he, like I said, was in the uni area. Like, you know, there was like I said, with the like uni, like the campus being there. There was loads of fit birds walking past my mate's window all the time, so I spent a lot of my time bird watching. Again, sound like a massive pervert, because I am, but, you know, as long as it's consensual, who cares? But yeah, like I said, it was just one of those things where my friend was like, oh, Liam, you dirty bastard, but, you know, like I was just saying that, you know, if you're in that sort of neighbourhood. Ah, yeah, cool. Yeah, annoyingly, there was a bit that wasn't being shown when I was there. Sorry, I was getting distracted with what I was meant to be doing when I was chatting with you guys. Sailor backpack. Oh, I need to upgrade my station. How do I upgrade my station then? Maybe I can't do that this far into the quest. Build more improvements for this station. I can't see any options for improvements for this station. Oh well, yeah, I assume there's multiple unis there, aren't there, Rajiv? The one, my mate lived in the rough area, it's called Hyde Park, and there's like, I don't think the park's called Hyde Park, but there's like a fairly big park just to the east of where all those sort of, that like big neighbourhood was. So like saying, you can obviously bus into Leeds for about £2.50 or walk into the city centre within about 30 minutes, or you can get nearly everything you need from like little local shops around where they lived. So saying, there was like a cinema near where he lived as well, even though we didn't go to the cinema, but, you know, he said that was good. So like I said, it just seems a nice area in all honesty. They even had these weird fucking R2-D2, I'll show you some pictures of them, R2-D2 little fucking delivery robots there. Which, again, yeah, exactly, Visa. Yeah, let me just get a picture up to show you guys all these fucking weird R2-D2s they had. They had quite a lot of them Uber Eats around there. Again, don't get them in my area. Yeah, these fucking things look... Don't know, again, I'll have to Alt-Tab to see how well that's showing up on the screen. Yeah, is that going to show up? But yeah, it's like this weird little 6-wheel, like little kind of thing with like a flag / big sensor on the top. And like, I think you have to get a code to unlock them. So I think they basically drive up to your address. Yeah, literally never seen them where I am in Oxford. But again, nice thing was with Leeds, in all honesty, when I was in the city centre, and even some of the suburbs, didn't see loads of fucking boarded up shops like in Oxford. Because I assume there, most of the places charge decent rent for what shops can still make a profit on. Ah, they're called Starships, are they? But obviously in Oxford, we've got loads and loads of essentially urban decay. Alright, cool, yeah. But like saying in Oxford, we've got the problem where, because it's so fucking expensive here, loads of people move out from... you know, like, the places can't afford the rent or to make a profit on the high street shops, so they all end up closed up, and then nobody moves into them because the rent is too high, and the companies that own them don't lower the rent to a sensible amount where, you know, shops can afford to rent the stalls out. So a lot of the high street now is just boarded up shops and homeless people in Oxford. Like I said, it's a bit of a shithole now. Again, Oxford's only famous really because they've got good fucking unis there, but the actual city centre's a shithole compared to Leeds. And that's the funny thing, because my mum was saying, oh, it's shit up north, you know, all that. And it's like, nah, it's quite nice, I thought. That's a shame, so you can't get stuff cheap there, or hand loads of stuff in and barely get anything for it. Right, cool, Mike. Yeah, I'm saying I'm just pissing them out on this, really. So anyway... might as well make all my armour while I'm here, because if I can't make the better backpack yet, I need to do a survivor's jacket, don't I? Yep, that's one. What's the other thing I'm missing? Is it the legs? Yeah, like the little skirt pants. Yeah. Right, so now I've at least got stuff on me that gives me, like, stat bonuses. Yeah, see intent. Oh, I can learn these. Right, so now, at the weapons workbench with this rapier, I might as well upgrade that once and have it do a little bit more damage. I think, like, as you're exploring, you find some, like, better unique style items, because obviously... Actually, with the pistol, while I've got no ammo for it, I'm just going to chuck the pistol away and stop it wasting an inventory space. Because I don't really need it at the moment. And I've taken all of the ore from there. I think the cave on this island I've taken all the ore from already. But again, there's like that place up there I've not visited. A bit on the coast there I've not had a look at yet. So yeah. Leeds was nice, and I can understand why a lot of people I know who have just moved out of Oxford have moved up there, or similar places. You know, just cheaper to live. Like, and again, my mate was saying, like, the flat he rents, even though it's quite small, in his monthly rent, like, all the utility bills, like electric and water and gas and all that, are included in the rent price. He doesn't have to pay them on top. So he doesn't have to worry about how long he leaves a light on, or... you know, putting heating on if it's cold. That's all included in the rent. You don't fucking get that down here. You know, you're looking for paying a couple hundred on top of all your other bills for your utilities. So again, just seemed good. I can understand why so many people have moved up there. I've already got this thing, haven't I? Yep. To a good friend, and he was a good friend. Right, I want to see if I can get one of the boars to attack me without the other. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit, there's 2 level 3 boars. Right, can I run away enough that only one chases after me? I don't know how far enemies aggro on you in this. I have no idea. Oh, my mouse has gone off. What? That's weird. My mouse has literally just stopped working all of a sudden. Let me just unplug and plug back in the mouse, just in case. It's Windows. Good thing I wasn't in combat then. Oh, unless it was because it was locked onto an enemy. Might have been because it was locked onto an enemy. Not sure, but there we go, fixed. Right, yeah, you come after me, mate. Alright, that's one down. Ah, that's good, Rajiv. Right, I don't know where that other ball went, that's alright, it's not here. Is that the internet one, Virgin Media, or like also TV? Alright, I need an iron pickaxe for that, and I haven't found any iron yet. So that mine icon there is like an internal area, and I think I've literally found absolutely everything I could from that area. Right, I'm always short of leather in this, so let's get as much leather as we can every time we run into a boar of any type. Yeah, so this is the bit of the island now I've not explored yet. Right. Right, load of fucking crabs on the beach. They can be quite dangerous. Again, in this, it's not too bad when you're only fighting one enemy. All clay. I could do with some more clay, so... And again, once you get like stacks, and then when a stack gets too big, it takes up a brand new inventory space. Oh, something's coming. Oh, it's one of the more dangerous dodos, okay. Oh, I didn't want to waste a bandage then, shit. Okay, there we go. And was there a tiny bit of clay left where I was, or did I get it all? Trying to look at where I was digging the clay up. That's right. Probably got most of it. Alright, a point of interest. Now, if this is like the one we had on my friend's thing, because I think the quests are the same, but I think it's like a procedurally generated island each time. So you're going to have, because obviously the game's designed to be fun, they've tailored like what kind of level of enemies are in a certain zone, and all that. So if this is what I think it was, I have to find a tree with a red flag on it or something. And then that tree is the one that is I have to dig under for the treasure. Oh, more clay here, okay. How many inventory spots have I got at the moment? 22. I wonder if I can get the clay with rather than pickaxe using a shovel. Oh no, you do need a pickaxe for it, okay. I'm just going to get another stack up to about 100 and then just have 2 clean stacks for now, then I can mark this for later. I can probably get 1 or 2 more. One more. Yeah, oh, that was exactly right. Right, cool. I want to mark this on the map, so... Place mark. And I assume I'll just use the rock one and put clay. And then we've, like, mapped it ourselves where it is. Okay. So, that's that there. And then we want to look for, yeah, this thing of a red tree to dig for the treasure. That was buried around here somewhere. I remember it wasn't super easy to spot when I was doing it around my mates. I can't remember if the journal does update though, if you, like the little map icon, if you get close enough to it. As in, I'm trying to think of a good way of explaining it. Like, you know, if you actually find... Oh, there it is, look. So yeah, with this tree... no, it hasn't actually updated it. But yeah, this is the tree I want. So I want to now dig. And again, I don't know which side of the tree it's on. Oh, is that it there? Yeah, there we go. Oh, right, so I've already got a better rapier, so I'm going to keep that one for selling later on. But I've got a way better rapier now. Piastre, or is that pesetas? Right, and I've got a load of healing potions, and I've got some XP for doing this, so that's great. Right, so I just want to get out this hole I've dug. Right, I'll go back to my camp now and deposit some of this good stuff. Right, the rapier, so this rapier compared to the other one, this does 100 attack, where the other one was 120 because I upgraded it. 230 pierce, this one's 120 pierce. But this one deals bleed damage, which is really nice. So, when I hit an enemy, for example, with it, see, they start then taking bleed damage. And against some of the really tough enemies, that's quite nice. Also, because when you die and respawn, the enemies don't regen health. So if there's a really tough enemy, you can just whittle them away, and obviously bleeding helps because it does it on the timer as well. But like I said, I'm definitely getting this when it comes out, because this is a really impressive demo, and you can tell, obviously, if a dev has confidence in their game, because they give you a really good detailed demo to play. So, as opposed to, you know, like a little ship thing where you can't really get an impression of what the game's like. Oh shit, is there a second crab there? Yeah. At least, again, the nice thing with bleed is that, yeah, I don't have to keep whacking just one crab. I don't actually know Hype, I'll have to have a look, but this runs well, which is the thing that makes me... I'll have to look what this runs on in a second. But yeah, the fact that this actually runs well is really good. Because again, it's 60 FPS while I'm streaming it. I've got all the settings on max, like ultimate, at 4K. Obviously, even if the stream's 1080 for you or whatever at YouTube's end. The only thing that I've got not put at 100% is the like DLSS type stuff. You know, where it's like, do you want to render the game in an even higher resolution and then bring it down to 4K? I've got that like thing just set to about 50. I think I can go, yeah, I'll just follow this coast around to get back to my camp, because I want to see what else is on the shore. Oh, sow good, I need more leather. Or hide, whatever it is that I get from these guys. But yeah, if anybody wants to have a Google for me while I'm playing it, so I don't have to check my thing, oh, yeah, maybe I won't fight those guys at the moment. Search Windrose, and then search game engine or whatever. And again, sadly they haven't said the actual date yet. Right, again, I think the pickaxe works better against these armoured guys. Yeah, it does, right. Oh shit, out of stamina. Again, might put a couple more rapier hits on him just to make him bleed a bit harder. Oh, shit. Right, back away, back away, back away. Yeah, there we go. And now he's going to at least be bleeding when I'm not hitting him. Again, I don't know all the enemies' like attack patterns yet. Ah, so they've actually made an optimized Unreal game. That's impressive. An Unreal Engine game on Unreal Engine 5 where sometimes you get nails. Yeah, that's what I was after. Because otherwise for nails you have to, like forge them from, like, the bars. And that's a bit of a waste of a bar for nails when you can use it for other stuff. So I'm gonna, you know, just chop up some, Oh yeah, we'll avoid those guys for now. Let's get that driftwood there. Again, I can chop down trees, but driftwood's fast to pick up. Right, a crab there, so let's just deal with that crab again. Oh, sorry, I missed, Oh, I'll go back to your messages there. Sorry, I missed your one, Mike, and Visa's reply. Oh, shit. Oh, he is bleeding out at least. Yeah, there we go. Right. Oh, so it's meant to be undead crabs as well. Right, eat another one of those. Use another bandage. Maserati, what was in the cars? So Mike says with his internet is that you went with Truly, which I've never heard of. In the end, is it's the only one that can do fibre where I am. Okay, so they're a fibre company. Yeah, we're on GigaClear, and they're the only ones that have put proper fibre in where we live, you know. We were on BT kind of fibre for a while, where BT had done it to a certain extent, but not our village. So, you know, you still lost a hell of a lot of the speed on the copper wire getting to the house from the exchange. And then GigaClear have literally fibre optic the entire village now, so we get 900 megabits per second. And I have actually tested it where it comes into the house, and it very often is very close to 900. So they're not even false advertising their speeds like BT did with us. But obviously, by the time it gets to this PC using a Wi-Fi thing and then coming through the Ethernet, because basically I've got a range extender, because they gave us two modem type things. Come on, run you bastard. Where they gave us like two range extender things. Like kind of modem / range extenders, so they work as both. What I ended up doing is we've got one in the front room, running off an Ethernet cable from the thing to as far back in like a living room shelf as we can, from like where the thing comes into the house, so it gives you the best Wi-Fi coverage, you know, at that end of the house. Then I've got the repeater in this room. Yeah, so this picks up the Wi-Fi from the other one and extends the Wi-Fi to nearly all areas of the house, this one. But then this particular one, I have an Ethernet cable running in, because I just find running off of Ethernet a bit more reliable. But in theory, yeah, if you got a modern laptop, plugged it straight into where you can get at the wall bit, you would get 900 megabits. But again, I still get about 30 to 60 megabytes, like megabytes, not megabits per second, quite reliably when I'm using the internet on this, how I've got it set up. And that's so much faster than BT. And again, we've only had it crash out properly once, the internet, since we've been with GigaClear. Well, with BT, it could often be more than once per day. Right, again, stuff where I might be able to get the nails, which is what I want. Oh yeah, what's actually quite good with the ad revenue on these particular streams, if a decent amount of people are watching and I stream for about, say, an hour to 2 hours, is you do make about 5 to 10 quid from them, which surprised me, you know, without any donations. If people donate, then obviously I make a hell of a lot more on them, but yeah, that was something that surprised me, because I was thinking that these streams would get like no money at all on them just from people watching the ads, but apparently no. The ads on streams aren't too bad, so that's good. Yeah, again, I'm also streaming this. I don't know if it's currently working to watch it at the same time, but I haven't got the chat up from that that other platform. And again, I don't even know if anybody's watching on there. Kick, but again, with using this streaming program I'm using, I can just set it up for YouTube and then just tick a box to also go to Kick. So if I look back at some point and notice that I'm actually getting some followers on Kick, I'll put 2 chat windows on the screen, but not worth doing that really till you get a decent amount of people watching from that. I'm just seeing how some of my other weapons compare for hitting these guys. Oh, throwing shit at me, is he? Right, I might as well get him bleeding. Now if I do the heavy attack... Oh, I actually connect both hits. Yeah, good, that's what I wanted to check. Where he does 2 thrusts, it does actually count as 2 sets of bleed. Okay. Yeah, I've already got a flintlock, but I've not got any stuff for it at the moment. Powder for it. I've used it a little bit. But yeah, the flintlock, all the flintlocks need you, if you don't find a powder, to make your own black powder. And I don't have a pickaxe good enough yet to mine sulfur, because I need an iron pickaxe and I've only got a copper one. Right, did I get all the little bits of... Oh no, there's still some more ship debris over there. Right, pickaxe for you, you bastard. Yeah, again, pickaxe is much better in terms of, because I guess it's a penetrating weapon or something, or crushing, however the mechanics work. Yeah, the diddler crab, yeah. But yeah, I'm getting nails from these, so that's good, because, yeah, like I said, nails are a bit of a waste of the bars when I'm early in the game like this. No, I need to be careful what I say in case the stormtroopers come for me, Mike. Oh, we heard you talking about making black powder. That's highly illegal. I'm doing it in a game, and again, it's potassium nitrate, isn't it? Sulfur and charcoal black powder. I think pretty much everybody fucking knows the recipe for it, because it's not like it's been made for like 1,000 fucking years. But yeah, because Dankula did a video on that. Somebody had a recipe for gunpowder in their house and they used that to charge them with a terrorism thing, even though the recipe for gunpowder is like a thing literally everyone knows and it's in lots of history books. But it's just the way our country is turning into a police state, isn't it? That, like, you mentioned something that is a common bit of fucking knowledge, but, yeah, that's a bit of a waste of these potions doing that, but... Oh, only a couple more things to clear out, and then, oh, sorry. I need to really upgrade my stamina next time I level up, because I'm running out of stamina a bit too much fast in fights for my liking. Alright, classified official, you okay? Now, what I want to see is if I get that bleeding up to, like, 5, does that mean that takes more bleed damage? Right, he takes 45 at level 5. You can't go above level 5, but it also means they bleed for quite a while. So yeah, it's like every 1 second he takes 45 damage from that bleed. Those guys have quite a big health bar, actually. And again, the scallop shells I can open up, and you can then use the pills from the scallop shells as, if you get the pills in them, as ammo. Which I suppose would actually work. Alright, have fun doing that, Mike. Oh, that's interesting, Hype, didn't know that. Yeah, so once they've had, like, a shell thing as lot... what happens if you super glue its shell back together? Like, I'm obviously in the wild, that wouldn't happen, but what happens in theory if, like, a human bandages up a crab? Or, like, just super glues it? Oh, the axe isn't too bad against... Oh, shit. That was too slow. Alright, as I'm going back to the camp, I won't need to heal again. More food to cook. What was I looking at? Right, let's stack all those onto one stack. Oh, I thought I had a shell there, but I can't see it. Oh, yeah, it's there. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as my cup of tea gets to a good thing. Oh yeah, I dug a little trench here because, like I was saying, the game, or I don't know if I said, but like with this game's mechanics as well, you can terraform a bit. Look as well. I can read that one. Are you doing word blocker tests? What sort of weapon tests? Or are you talking to Mike? At some point, I'm going to do the barmate on a construction helmet, but don't have time to do that one today. There's a pretty important video I'm going to do, which is a bit more of a personal one, but I'm putting that up tomorrow. I've already told some people in private about what it is. Don't worry, it's not going to stop me making videos, it's nothing like that. But it's just like a family thing that's happened that I want to talk about on here. That's really sad, in a way. I mean, personally, I don't really... again, tarantulas I actually find less creepy than, like, little house spiders. I suppose it's because you can see them and they don't just... You know, but... Again, like... I assume it's the same as scorpions then, is it? But I had one scorpion that just died for no reason, essentially. And then I had one scorpion that I think that died during a molt. Because, again, I know with both spiders and... like scorpions and that, molting is really dangerous for them if they don't properly get all their molt, you know, out. Right, just going to craft any of the food I have available. And put that in storage. And I'll get another stack of bandages out. Might as well keep a second stack of bandages on me, right? We want to put the clay somewhere. This will do. Seeing if there's something in there I don't really need. I'll move the plant fibre to somewhere else, and that can be another stack of clay in there then. I mean, if I was really organised, I'd do like one thing for just clay, one for whatever else. I don't know, because this is a demo. And it's similar to Valheim, which I've never played, but one of my mates really likes, and he really liked this demo. It's called Windrose, this game. It's early access. Well, sorry, it's not early access. The actual game isn't out yet. This is just a very big demo they put out for it. Because I found out about it because Asmongold was playing it and tried it with my mate a couple of days ago, and we were really enjoying it, so I put it on my own PC when I got home the other day. Is there anything else I can build here that I haven't built yet? A sawhorse. Workbench upgrade. Ah, I see. So I build this and then that's the upgrade to my workbench. So I can then make better stuff. Ah, I get it. Right. So now, can I get the sailor backpack? Yeah, right. If I get one more bit of rough hide, I can. Okay, excellent. Right, let me pop any of these bits away I don't want at the moment. Like the rough hide, because again I can craft that from just on here, the plant fibres and those potions. Actually the potions I'll put in the chest, because if that way, if I try and make the chest more like a proper item storage thing for more important items, so let me put a load of the actual food in there that's not ingredients as well, so when I'm just wanting to get food out in the game I know where it is. And like potions. Right, I'll not take any potions on me for the time being, I'll just have the bandages because I've got 2 stacks of them. Yep, and again this is why AAA is dying, because indie game devs without huge studios can make stuff that people actually want to play, and they don't charge an arm and a leg for them. A lot of indie devs as well, because graphics and that aren't their first priority, gameplay's their first priority. You know, just make better games overall. Right, so I need to find a couple more boars. Oh, can I upgrade this sword, actually, while I'm thinking about it? Oh, so I can now craft this rapier because I found it for the first time. Right, okay, that's one of them crafted. But yeah, I need to get a bit more copper, don't I, when I find copper for some of my bits. Right, anyway, is there... we still haven't looked at the very north of this island yet. That's just my own point of interest I popped there. Okay. And we haven't even got to any of the ship mechanics in this yet. Because it's a bit like... was it Skull and Bones or something it was called? It's meant to be a bit like one of those other kind of like piratey sea games. I can't remember the names of all those piratey games because I never really played any of them. Who are one of the best studios going, Rajiv? If you've said something, it's not shown it, but I saw Sony close down Blue Point, or whatever they were called. And that's a fucking shame, because Blue Point did the Demon Souls remake I thought was genuinely actually good. Again, I've heard a load of fucking FromSoft fanboys complain about it. Like, oh, the art style's different. The art style's different because when you make stuff in higher like resolutions and that, you generally have to alter the art style to look fitting for like the visual fidelity. A lot of old games is your brain filling in the blanks of how you think things look, not how they actually look. Oh, it was Blue Point you're on about. Yeah, so that was a lucky guess, Rajiv. So they did the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which I haven't played, but the Demon Souls remake was very good. Because again, the gameplay is all the same and good, but the actual, like I said, visuals are a lot better. Oh, is this more clay? Right, I'm not going to mine this clay now, but I'll put a little marker on it again. Masturbates. Can I have more with the same name? So if I call that one clay as well. Yes, that's clay. Clay. Ah, good, so I don't have to call it like clay 1, clay 2. Yeah, makes sense to kill the dodos because they got meat on them and feathers. And again, nails, like I said, are good because I don't like wasting the iron bars to get nails. Or like the copper bars, whatever they are. I'm assuming this might be a bit like a RuneScape kind of mechanism in this. That the, what was I going to say? That like the higher quality bars probably give you better yields of nails if you're using them for like a basic utility thing. But like I said, if I can just chop up driftwood for now and not waste any of my copper for making nails, I'd rather do it that way. No, those didn't have any nails on them. Let's get that other dodo. Like I said, it's mostly boars I need to get, which will actually be inland, but I do want to fully explore this bit of the island anyway. Isn't there some scientific thing that's actually going on at the moment where people are trying to bring back dodos or something? Like Jurassic Park style? I know what you mean, like, all Source games, I don't think I've ever played a Source game that didn't look like a Source game. So, like, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Half-Life 2, any of, like, Counter-Strikes, any of the mods people make for Source game, it's like Source just has that look to it. And again, I really like the look of Source, I think it's aged really well, actually. But yeah. It's like, but like saying, like, it's the exact same thing for me with, like, any of the Half-Life kind of mods or whatever, even if they're total conversion ones. The Source engine just kind of has a look to it, which if you play enough Source games, you can hack the doodle. Did I take its head off? No, it's just its head went down at the exact time I was... Oh, found a bug that was floating in the air. Yeah, like Gears of War and Unreal Tournament, yeah, exactly. But again, the weird fucking thing about Unreal 3, you saying that, is that in Gears of War, you do have some characters in the game that aren't the fucking steroid monsters. So it wasn't like Epic couldn't design people that didn't look like that. It's just a weird fucking thing where they, what do you call it? Yeah, this is another thing I like in this, is it's colourful, yeah. Yesterday, annoyingly, I couldn't turn HDR on for whatever reason. But even without me having HDR on, this looks very colourful and nice. Have I gone all around the tip of the island now? Okay, I've seen everything on this island then. But I might as well get some wood, because my objectives are actually to go to another island. What I will need to craft, though, because this is something I learnt the hard way when playing with my mate, is when I get to the second island, make a fast travel point to it. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't actually played Atomic Heart. I'd probably get that if it was in a sale at some point. But yeah. Oh, is that another mine there? Because that's a similar looking rock to the ones the mines are in. Or is that just a really big rock? I think that is just a big rock. I'm just going to check while I'm near the mine in case there's anything still in here I haven't taken yet. Yeah, RE Engine, yeah. Although it doesn't stand for Resident Evil, does it, RE Engine, even though that's what everyone thinks it stands for. And again, I don't know what it stands for. But yeah, games like this really satisfy my autism for some reason. And again, I love games like this because, like I said, I could have a history podcast on in the background when I'm playing it normally, still play the game and enjoy it. Oh good, I haven't got all the rocks in here. I won't need the lantern on at the moment because I can still see where that stuff is. I'll just use it if I run around the cave again. Maybe this stuff respawns slowly, I don't know. In case you do something really stupid with your copper bars and like soft lock yourself. Was that Unreal that Metro runs on hype? Sorry. I know when the first Metro came out it was really badly optimised for the time, but I know they've massively improved them since, especially with the Redux versions in terms of how good they look and not, you know, using up as much resources per kind of, you know, how nice it looks, if that makes sense. Don't know what the ratio like that would be called. The prettiness to like intensity scale or whatever. Oh, my inventory looking, I can't take much more with me. Oh, right, so they actually made their own engine for it. A bit like, it's what you call it for a Stalker, it's X-Ray engine. But again, Stalker 2, I think, even though it looks nice, I think a lot of the reasons they had the optimization problems with that. Right, I don't need these fucking seeds, I'm just going to dump them out here so I don't accidentally pick them up again. At the moment, I don't think I can even plant stuff, as in, I don't know if it's either not in the demo or I haven't got the thing yet unlocked to make the thing. I definitely want copper ore as opposed to that. Ah, right, so yeah, with these caves then, evidently what happens is the ore must respawn quite slowly. Yeah. And yet, as much as X-Ray Engine was full of fucking slav jank, it did look really fucking nice for Stalker when it was made. Right, while I'm here, let's drop a set of... this is probably my least valuable thing, that stuff. No, I don't want the stones taking up this spot. Hang on. Get that there so I naturally pick up the copper as soon as I drop the stone. Yeah, there we go. Now we'll just fill up again on another full slot of copper. Don't think I've ever played that. I know what it is, Rajiv, but I've never played it, personally. I'm pretty sure the stuff on the ground doesn't despawn either, so I might as well break these rocks while I'm here, and then I can just run in and pick them up next time I'm at the cave. And if rocks are spawned on top of them, it means that there'll be even more rocks here. Right, don't want to waste my thing. I use animal fat, by the way, at the workbench to refill the lantern. But it seems like no matter how much fuel you've used, the full refill is always free animal fat. So there's no point really refilling the lantern until it's properly near empty. Otherwise you're just wasting animal fat, essentially. Right, again, if we spot any boars, I'll kill them on the way back. And then fill my inventory up with, you know, swap some bits around for more hides. Again, hides, I don't know if they're ones where you can stack multiple on a single slot either. Probably do. That's a dodo. That's the sulphur, which I'd need for my flintlock, but, oh, the nicer dodo. Yeah, there he's bled out, good. Yeah, is there any boars at the moment? Because it's the boars that I actually want at the moment, because, I don't really need feathers at the moment, I just want loads of leather for upgrading materials. Right, let's, I've already pre-made a load of charcoal, so let's, do that. Right, cool, and then I want to, do like 10 more charcoal on each of these. Because I've got enough wood to spare at the moment. I've done 11 on those, but whatever. Because you use the charcoal as well, the charcoal and the, iron ore to smelt the bars. And then this is just like a time process going on again. Like, again, I haven't played Valheim, but everybody says this is very, very much like Valheim. Right, what else is in my inventory I don't currently need? I can drop off a load of the rocks and things like that. I'm just going to do the deposit similar option and just take my bandages back that way if I need to. How good I didn't deposit my bandages. Right. I ought to make another container. I'll pop it over here just for, storage and beds, yeah, that's what I want. I don't want to waste the nails on that, so I'll just build a couple of these. And then, yeah, let's deposit this here. And then that way, when I'm going to and fro with these, I can just do it that way. I wonder if I put some beds on the inside of a building, if it gives you a higher comfort level. Let's have a look. So let's just do on the pre-built houses again. Put that, say, just want to make sure that, I wonder if I can connect stairs to it if I do it like that. So that's floating, obviously, but now can I go to stairs and fences and will they snap on? Ah, yeah, so that's cool. So yeah, it's got a bit of that like Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 kind of like base building in this as well, but the snap to grid seems to work well at least. Right, and now I wanted to do some beds. So let's do 2 beds in here, because there's technically 2 of us in the camp. I know I've got the tents outside, but I just wanted to see if that therefore means that you get a higher comfort rating or something. Yeah, comfort level 2. Ah, so stamina now regenerates faster. I see, so yeah, the better your comfort level, the faster your health and all that regens when you get back to base, if you're not using food or whatever. Right, so my objectives when I get off this island is to rescue the prisoners and all that on the other island. So we'll do that in a minute because I've basically done everything on this island. But I do just want to quickly see first if there's any more boars I can quickly kill to just get some leather while I'm waiting for the you know, all that stuff to smelt and that. That's a dodo. I'll just kill anything that moves at the moment. You don't get XP in this, by the way, by killing stuff. you get XP when you find points of interest or complete quests or like do certain stages in a quest or whatever. So you can't just like literally farm animals to level up in this, if that makes sense. Yeah, today I've got a bit of a weird day, Kevin, so I'm back from where I was on holiday visiting some friends that I hadn't seen in a while, up north in the UK. I'm back from that, but I've got a bit of a weird day with stuff going on. There's a video I'm going to put out tomorrow, Kevin, as well, that explains a bit that's been going on in my personal life, like some family stuff that won't affect me streaming really or doing videos, but it's one I want to just like say what's happened and you know, because it might affect some videos for a bit, but like, again, I've sent some people PMs about it that I've got on other things, so I'll just do the full video on it tomorrow. I'll record it later and stick it on tomorrow. But I didn't really have the emotional energy to do it today, because I only got the bad news about it the other day, so where's the fucking boars? So yeah, that's the same, that's why my stream today's at a bit of a weird time, because I wanted to do a stream and at least get on to talk to people while nobody else is on to chat to, just so I could have some people to talk to. Then I'm going to do some laundry and that a bit later, decide what I'm having for dinner. Good thing is it was my YouTube payday this morning, so I'm actually not having to be super careful. Again, I'm going to be careful spending my money, but I'm not in that stage now of going, oh shit, like, you know, watching every little penny that was coming out of my account. So yeah, that's good. That's all sorted. And the game is Windrose, by the way, if you're interested. I said I picked it, the demo up because the full game isn't out. And Asmongold was talking about it and really liked it. And because he talks how shit a lot of games are. Generally, channels like that, if they recommend the game because they play it and enjoy it. Oh, shit. Oh, I got fucked by the dodos. Right, because they're bleeding, they might actually die. One of them died. The other one might be dead before I get back there. Right, so my point of death should be on the map. Right, northeast, okay. So when you die in this, the only thing you lose is you get hungry and have to eat again. And the other thing that happens is any raw materials, not like crafted items, but say like those raw peppers or like wood logs and things like that, you drop those. So you want to go back to, yeah, that's why they had to wipe the dodos out, you see, otherwise the dodos would have got us. No nails in those, okay. But yeah, so yeah, the mechanic in this is that basically you never lose any of your equipment, so you don't get really pissed off if you die, and then get kind of soft locked if there's a tough enemy. But you do, like I said, lose any, like you just get like a grave marker thing for, like, where is it? Right, and is that dodo dead as well? I was just seeing if there was another set of like bird meats and that to tell me the other dodo had died, but anyway, that's all my items back from before. Again, I'm looking for boars at the moment, not the dodos. That's the annoying thing. I assume that other one just died, but like you said, you don't get XP from kills. But bleeding is good, because like I said, you can... The enemies don't regen their health. So, might as well clear out this clay deposit while I'm here. That I marked. Yeah, there we go. Have I upgraded my bag yet? No, I can upgrade my bag, can't I? Now I've done my workstation to level 2, so I'll do that as soon as I get back to camp as well. I think that was one of the things I needed more leather for, wasn't it? So again, I need to find fucking boars to kill so I can get more leather. Right, okay, so... Again, I think this is designed... Oh, there's something. Oh, excellent, a sow. Here comes the sow. Yeah, and rough hide is what I really want because it's used in a lot of the crafting recipes. Oh, there's another sow. Oh, 2 sows, excellent. Where'd that other one go? Over there. Okay. Right, cool. So that's a load of rough hide. More animal fat. I can just eat one of those peppers now, even though it's an ingredient, just to get a bit of a health bar boost. Right, let's see if there was any... oh yeah, 3 nails. Very good. 3 nails, very good. No, as far as I can tell, you don't have to ever repair the weapons. And I kind of like that, because it means you don't have to think, oh, do I want to actually attack that thing or whatever. If that makes sense, you know. That wasn't anything important on my phone just then. And like I said, you don't lose the weapons when you die either. They stay on you because they're considered like permanent loot, if you like. It's only the crafting materials and raw ingredients you drop. Again, I don't know yet, and I guess they're using the demo to maybe do some balance adjustments as well. Yeah, that's the problem. There's some games where I don't mind the weapon mechanism, but often the rates are really bad. So, like, if it's just one of those things where every now and then you have to maintain a weapon, and it slightly debuffs over time or something, I quite like that kind of mechanic. But what I don't like is when you get mechanics where, what do you call it? Just use a bandage, might I? And go back to the other place. Yeah, where like it seems annoying just to use something because it's constantly just going down, and then you're like, oh well, I've got this thing, but I don't really want to use it because it's like degrading itself so quickly. So yeah, in some games I just prefer not having it. In all honesty, again, I like how it's done in Stalker. Assuming that you have like the right mods or the things, you know, where you can go to a technician and have your gun repaired, so you kind of get equipment you want to maintain and keep using. A lot of seaweed on this beach. You can get plant fibre from that. Yeah, don't really need any plant fibre, but I can turn those into bandages. Yeah, very good, Kevin. Although, annoyingly, there was some, like, superhero kiddie thing on when I was there. And so, like, here's a good example, right? So, there was the fucking really cool Henry VIII, you know, like, tournament helmet, you know, like, blinged out, really cool, like, fucking, you'll know what I mean if you saw the pictures, helmet. Really close to it was a plastic Iron Man thing. And you had these parents going, look, there's Iron Man! There's Iron Man! I don't know why I'm talking like that. There's Iron Man. I keep making them sound more Scottish than like from Yorkshire. Look, there's Iron Man, lad. So no, I will look into that in a bit, blippity blop. But yeah, so you had this really cool fucking like medieval shit that is still there in really good condition, preserved in glass cases, and all the people and their kids wanted to do was take fit pictures of each other next to a plastic Iron Man like mannequin. I was like, I know it's to get people into the building that might otherwise go, but so many of those little kids and the parents didn't give a shit about any of, like, the fucking medieval stuff that is literally there, like, one-offs in the world right next to the... Yeah. Oh, I haven't sent you hype. There's a load of cool Chinese stuff in there. I'll have to send you the pictures of that. I need to put all the pictures really on my PC and sort through them. Again, some of the things look better than others, depending on the lighting and display cabinets and whatever. But there were a lot of Daos and Dadaos and like various kind of Chinese royalty sort of, you know, like armours and that. Because they had an Asian and African hall that was on one of the floors that was quite good. So you had like a load of like Mongol type stuff, like Islam in Africa and like the Middle East. And then you had like Chinese and Japanese things. in the same gallery, which are pretty cool. Some of the Chinese like glaives and all the equivalent had really nice detailing on them. You know, like all of the kind of suns and moons put onto the handguards, like, you know, the drip kind of stuff. Like, you didn't, you know, I guess if it's for high status people, you don't just want a standard handguard, you want one with all these intricately carved little brass moons and suns and all that shit in it. Hang on, let me see it. Again, it will look shit on this, but let me just see if I can pull up one of the pictures here, what I'm on about. Oh yeah, and for the people interested in this look, they did have the fucking Saddam helmet there in a display case, one of the Saddam helmets. Because they also had a thing like that to do with Star Wars blasters. You know, where they had a bit on prop guns. So, oh yeah, you'll like this one, Rajiv. They've got the Aliens pulse rifle, which is made from a Spaz 12 and a Thompson. I thought I took some of the... Oh yeah, I didn't get a very good picture of it because of the like display lighting bouncing off the cabinet. But yeah, they've got obviously a Sterling there and some of the like blaster rifles from Star Wars, which are Sterlings with random shit glued onto them. Again, I do like that, but yeah, that's like I said, the old decimeter pens used in Star Wars as the Imperial code cylinders is the reason you can't fucking buy. Oh, and just because it was interesting, notice that sword that's very much like my falchion. Even though, I don't know if Rich is on, but you know, like Shadowverse, he says, oh, falchions don't look like that. Watch this then, you prick. Look at that look. Proper fucking falchion, just like mine. They were historically accurate. Fuck you. But yeah, I was looking for the Chinese stuff for hype. Let's have a quick look. Oh, again, this is a samurai thing, but what was really cool with this one is because this was in a low light, Space Pirate Mails. Oh yeah. But yeah, this is like, I know that's Japanese, but that was in quite a dark display cabinet, so you know it didn't get damaged by like light and stuff like that. But I could actually see it better using this camera on this phone than I could with my eye. Like, I could see the colour of like the moustache they, you know, glued onto the helmet or whatever. Whereas with my eye, I could only just see a bit of black fuzz there. Oh yeah, there were a load of Chinese swords, but they didn't all fit in the frame. What's a Hasbro one? Oh, Hasbro one, I guess that is, or Hasbron is that one. So there was a load of nice things. Oh yeah, there's a load of big fucking dowels or dadowels, whatever they're called. Oh yeah, there's some of the really big Chinese pole arms. Again, I think I've got a zoomed in one of that one with the really nice like sun detailing on it. Let me just have a quick look. I'll go back to playing the game. Yeah, it was like this sort of thing, whichever the name of this Chinese polearm is, with like the dragony kind of fish looking thing on the top there, I thought was really fucking nice. But yeah, like I said, I'll do some more videos on Leeds Armories. Here's a cursed AK chair where, like, obviously some African artist cut up old AKs to be welded into furniture. But I'd laugh if these were still working, so that you could use the ones in the arms as, like, to shoot people across the table. But I just find I was interested in, like, the... And I noticed, if you look closely, those are East German AKs on there. It's got an East German stock with, like, the weird little knobbles on it. So they were actually quite valuable AKs that got turned into that. But yeah, like I said, I'll just get the Henry helmet up so people know what I'm on about. Yeah, Chinese history is kind of insane, isn't it? Chinese history, Kevin, in terms of how many people died during it. But again, you don't really learn about any of it in the Western schools. Unless it's maybe like the very late stuff with like obviously like the Opium War and that. But again, like I said before, the funny thing is in all the white guilt classes you have to go through in Britain, the Opium War never really gets mentioned. So when Britain actually did really fucking evil shit to other countries, it's not brought up unless it's against black people, because everybody else didn't count apparently. Oh yeah, this is the Henry helmet I'm on about, the really cool tournament one. So yeah, there was literally an Iron Man fucking thing really close to that. And they were all going like, look, it's the Iron Man, let's get a picture of you near Iron Man. Yeah, 55 Days at Peking is a fucking movie I love. It's not that historically accurate, but it's, yeah, probably did. Again, but Stalin also killed a hell of a lot of people with famines and stuff, so it's hard to know. And again, the thing everybody liked the look of, the Hall of Steel or whatever they call it. Yeah, I wondered just if Iron Man was in any of the shots nearby where I was just in the background of that. Hang on, where, so... Oh, an actual longbow recovered from somewhere. I can't remember if this is one of the Mary Rose ones or another one. But, like, you know, like an actual 1400s longbow or whatever in a display case. And again, because of how wood rots, it's actually harder to have something like that surviving Weldon's sword. Because obviously the rate of rust, if something's stored properly, is far slower than... Oh, it's about 1545, it says. Oh, that is the Mary Rose one. Just to point that out. So yeah, that's a genuine 1545 English longbow. Yeah, inflated longbowman arm sold separately. And again, like I said, a lot of these guys were packing heat look. I have a weird feeling with a load of the ship things, isn't it, to do with like the kind of mud ships sink into? And some of those are actually very, very good at preserving stuff, a bit like bog bodies that we get over here as well. Again, there's a really up-close, intricate view of that helmet, as good as I could get it through the... Again, I'll put a load of these on in a full video at some point. When I can be bothered to edit it together. You'd have to ask Rich if he's on. I don't think he is, hype, Richard, because he actually does proper longbow shooting. So I think there is, but he'd be the guy that knows, not me. Because he can actually, like, fucking draw back, you know, bows of over 100 pounds a draw or whatever it is. You know, because he's a fucking tank. So, but yeah, sadly, I don't think the Iron Man one I got in frame, but obviously... But yeah, they had... The point was, anyway, I was getting at, is they had some sort of comic book thing on, right, when I was there. And again, it was to get people in. And, like, again, kind of good, I don't mind that, but it was just... made me sad that people thought this was a more interesting thing for their kid to look at than the fucking real history stuff. It was just a really bling tournament helmet. So, you know, if the king wanted to do stuff, the king wanted really nice fucking bling armor to look as cool as possible. You know, that's the reason for it. It's not practical battle armor, it's the stuff that, for fucking tournament stuff or whatever. Because again, Henry VIII wasn't originally just a big fat slobby bastard. He was actually apparently, you know, like quite a Chad guy. But was it a jousting accident that fucked him over? I can't remember. I know he injured his leg or something, and that's when he just turned into the, you know, fat fucking Henry on the throne. Again, yeah, think that was the case. Right, I need more charcoal. Right, I can just take that out of these. Oh, it was hunting, was it, rather than jousting? But yeah. So the eyeglasses were just meant to look like, you know, the glasses at the time. I don't think they had any optical inserts in them, even though that would in theory have been possible, I guess. Yeah, flexing on the peasants. Exactly. Right, that's all my iron bars. Oh, my inventory's full. Right, so we're going to use these, weren't we, for dumping those. Right, so let's put all that sort of stuff in there. Do the deposit similar thing on all of these to get rid of all of those bits. And good, I've still got all my bandages on me. I'll just use one of these random ones to put more food in. Again, when I cook it, it's not going to be... I'll just dump that there, that's fine. Yeah, but again, another problem when I have this thing on is some of the museum that would normally be displaying bits that you could look at, they are off display on that, like, bank holiday weekend, whatever, because they'd obviously put just some comic thing in that with some comic stuff. And if it was actual comic props and films, I might have gone around there and taken pictures, but it was just, you know, more kids' activity things. So, you know, some of the stuff that might have been on display, I couldn't get pictures of that day because, you know, wasn't there. But again, Leeds Royal Armoury is free to go into. I put a couple of pounds in a thing as a donation when I was there, because I generally do if it's a free museum. But again, if you live locally, again, you can just go there any day you want. It's a very good modern building. You get very good views over Leeds as well and the thing. And again, you've got that really fucking cool like tower with all the shit on all the walls when you look up. So yeah, I want to make a fast travel bell, don't I? When I have enough iron for it. Or copper, whatever that is. But I did want to make that better backpack. There we go, sailor backpack, and finally make it. Take. Right, so now my backpack has more slots in it. Yes. Right, okay, I do want to get some food out as well. What time is it at the moment? 13:47, okay. Probably stream another 30 odd minutes or so, if everyone's enjoying it and wants to stay in the chat. Alright, what can I cook? Not enough resources for that. Bacon and eggs I can do. Some of those I can do. Alright, that's it. Take all. And then put the food in here again. Oh, we've got chips, look. Right, let's have a look at the smelter. Oh yeah, I can take all the 26 bars now. So now I'll just put those in, because I don't need them on me. This one, with the actual ore. Right, now, I should be able to, because I really want to make this first, a fast travel bow. Right, let's make 2, seeing as I can make 2. And I don't think I drop those when I die. So what I want to do now is, if I was to build one, I don't want to build one yet, how much wood does it need for when I get to the other island? Where was it? Oh, it's that one. It needs 20 wood, so as soon as I can just get that as soon as I get very easily to the other island, because I've got my axe on me. Right, okay, so we want to go to that northern island. Not Northern Ireland, sorry. The Northern Island, not Northern Ireland. Right, okay, I might as well run to the very north of this, because you can, like, call your boat in with K. It just sort of spawns it, on the nearest bit of shore to you when you've just got like that little boat. Ah, fuck it, let's take it. It's going to be slow though. I think you drown, by the way, if you run out of stamina while in open water. Oh, speaking of night stuff, I started Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 a couple of days before I went away, so I'm playing through that at the moment. Really, really fucking good. Finally glad I got it installed and I'm playing it. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was actually on a good sale today with the DLCs for it, so I bought that and installed it ready for when I finish Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. And that will probably be the only game, unless this comes out within a month, that I buy this month, because, oh yeah, I don't have to even hold down W, do I, over this? Just because of the fact that, you know, like I said, I do need to be careful with my money at the moment. And although, like I said, I'll be talking about what's the pacifist achievement? I don't even know. Is this not kill anyone? If so, then no, I will not be going for a pacifist achievement. But anyway, so you were on about, weren't you, restore and castle doctrine? Can you, sorry, Blippity Blop, can you type in what you said before and I'll get it up on my phone quickly while I'm sailing? Oh good, you keep sailing even with the map open. So I can just have that open while I'm looking at it. What's the fun in a game where you fucking stab people with swords if you can't stab people with swords? Again, very pretty game, quite stylized in its art direction, but in a way I like. Yeah, let me just search it on my phone. Reform, no, not Restore, was it? Not Reform. Restore Party Castle. I just search Restore Party Castle and see what comes up. No, I don't. I'm not interested in restoring a castle. Restore. I'll put political in as well. Nothing coming up for castle on this. Again, if you're on Mount Castle Doctrine, you'll have to tell me the exact words to search, because it's not coming up with just Restore and then like Castle Doctrine and whatever in searches. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look. Well, again, this is why you want to make fast travel points, because a shit little boat like this is not very good for travelling across a big bit of water. Like I said, it's very fucking slow. So I want to make a fast travel point, because that's what we didn't do the previous time. Then we had to figure out how to get a boat back. And then we had to figure out... and then again, that was just K, but then we had to figure out, yeah, like, you know, spending all this time doing that again. I will look at the screen and camera in a minute. I was just seeing where... Yeah, it's about 20 odd minutes, okay. Yeah, I'll probably be on to about 2:30. Right, was it more like worded like self-defense or whatever? I have to probably look off the stream. Right, we are on a bit of a dodgy bit here. Right. I'm just going to try and run from these fuckers, because I don't want to aggro all the shit just after I've got to this island and immediately die. Alright, that sounds good. Like, again, there does need to be proper laws for self-defense, because a country's fucking stupid if... Oh, that's a nice looking moon. Like I said, it is fucking stupid in a country if you've got... I do need to get wood though, don't I? You know, stuff where you're not literally allowed to defend yourself from anything. That's stupid. You know, in anything, a victim defending themselves should always have more rights than somebody attacking them. But we're in a fucking clown country where sometimes the person defending themselves gets in way more trouble than... Again, I'm being careful because I haven't got a fast travel point to this island again yet. Okay, there we go. Oh shit, there's even more of these guys over here. Yeah, Tony Martin, who shot the burglars. Well, he only shot one of them, and that one died. And then, yeah, and again, they'd broken into his farm shitloads of times, hadn't they? And the police were like, "Oh, can't do anything about that." But as soon as you shoot somebody in essentially defence of your property, "Oh, you're a wrong and all this," oh, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, I still need a bit more wood for that. Okay. Right, do I need a little camp? Use the bonfire. Oh, game's frozen. Hopefully that's just a bit of lag. Oh, right, what's... Oh, I see. So you can move your people from one island to another, or whatever. No, I don't want to do that at this bonfire. Right, but I will make the tent as soon as I get the plant fibre, because I think then I can at least set my respawn point to this island. And I want to do it without endangering myself, so let's get as much plant fibre as we can without going very far. Yeah, and just get some of the resources from this stuff on the beach. There's a zombie over there. There's some clay right here as well, so this is a good place for a camp. Right, should have enough plant fibre now, just get a bit more wood. Ah, right. Okay, yeah. Alright, cheers Charlie, Anko, NPSC. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the stream, everybody, if you are on and haven't liked it yet, because it does generally help. I'll be on about another 30 minutes, but... yeah, it's like anarcho-tyranny. Again, this country really is going in the direction of anarcho-tyranny, where the police don't seem to do... Again, it's not a case of all the cops. There are a lot of good cops, I do want to make that point. But I think that's why a lot of decent policemen get disillusioned with the police, is because they just waste so much of their time going after people for petty shit, when actual proper criminals that are really harming people keep getting away with stuff for ages. Like, did you see the video the other day of the guy getting arrested at the football thing? There's a clip on Asmongold's Shorts channel about it. And I'll say a word here that might be offensive, and maybe the police will come for me as well. But, I want to bring this up just because of how stupid it is. I don't think I'll get in trouble with YouTube for this, because I'm going to explain all the context and everything, and the clips are all up on YouTube of this. But so Tottenham Hotspurs is a football team. It's in London, isn't it? And it's in a very Jewish area, and they actually called themselves the Yid Army, and other people who are fans of clubs now call themselves the Yid Army as well, even if they're not Jewish. But they took on the name the Yid Army, right? YID, Yid, like the slang term Yid for Yiddish, right? And there was a guy that was in an opposing team's football shirt that had a drink thrown at him, and then he went Yid Army to him, and the police literally pounced on him. Nobody fucking complained on the other side about it, but 6 officers were on him. But I bet you, if he said something like Allahu Akbar, death to Israel, death to all the Jews in Israel, blah blah blah, the police wouldn't have done anything, because it's not the right type of person that you arrest for these things. And this is the whole two-tier policing everybody hates, because the rules on what you can say and what you can't say seem to depend on a lot of oppression Olympics type stuff, if that makes sense. So yeah, again, like I said, that's right, my revival point should be set to here. Yeah, already set, right, good. Right, I'm going to call this Camp 2. Right, we need to go check that shipwreck out in a minute. Right, was there anything else? Might as well make a couple of containers. I'll just do a cooking fire while I'm here. Don't want the better one. I'll need a workbench, won't I, as well? Again, I've got a fast travel point to get to the other thing, but I do want to just be able to do some basic things on this one without having to go... So to use the workbenches, I'll go back, but I'm seeing if there's anything else I particularly need around this one. Nah, that probably will do it for now. Oh yeah, I just wanted some storage containers, didn't I? Oh, apparently another thing where all the virtue signalling bastards are getting funny about as well is that I'm going to keep this other one to maybe put a fast travel point at the opposite end of this island. But basically, apparently there was, like the BAFTAs were on, which, you know, like some British award thing, and a guy with Tourette's there shouted out the N-word, and again, people with Tourette's can't help what they shout out because it's a fucking disability, and that guy was there because there was a film being made on him and his Tourette's, and then all the people goes like, oh, he's genuinely deep down a racist, that's why he shouted that, all this blah blah blah. Every fucking time. Right, let's deal with these crabs. Crusty jugglers. I don't even know who Rosie Jones is. Is she just some actress that isn't white and therefore should, even if she's not funny or something, we should laugh at her jokes anyway if she's a comedian? Is it that kind of thing? Again, I don't follow a lot of the woke shit, but I know it's all fucking retarded. Come on then. I'm not going to complain if this one's AI's broken a bit, but there we go. Is there any wood I can salvage here? Or is that... No, that's... Here comes the crab. Oh, fuck off. One hit left, yeah. Again, I'm hoping for nails, because, so this ship isn't the one we can recover, but when we find a ship we want to recover, oh, I've got a chest, though, I can open here. Okay, so medicine, steel nails. Ooh, okay. So yeah, there's still a point to looking at these, even if you don't find the objective one the first time, because they still contain resources that you can take from them, but... I guess that's... Oh no, it's not indestructible. I'm just seeing if any of these give me wood, but I think they're like unique ones that aren't. Oh, apparently there's an interesting election going on in the UK tomorrow. So, there's a by-election, is it for Manchester? And because Labour has kind of purged Andy Burnham from running, because Starmer was worried he was more popular than him, and then would threaten his leadership, Labour's not got a candidate anybody wants to vote for, and it's quite a Labour area. So people now think either Reform or the Greens are going to get it, which will be really interesting. I mean, I'd rather the Reform gets it than the Greens, obviously, because the Greens are just one of those parties that, again, are doing the promise people everything to get votes and have no clue how you're going to deliver it thing. Even if there's a lot of things people don't like about Reform, I at least think that they kind of know what they're doing with, yeah, exactly, former Labour area. Exactly, yes. But considering what Labour's done to all the voters there, who they promised everything and they haven't given them anything, and then they've got rid of the one person there that they might have voted for, I don't think Labour's going to win it this time. And like I said, it's going to be very interesting if it's not Labour, Conservatives or Lib Dems, because I think what we're going to start seeing in this country is, like I said before, the thing of you know, more places going either far left or far right. And again, I wouldn't consider reform far right, for example, but most people would. So, but I'm just sort of explaining it like that, you know. The mainstream parties are dead, I think, and we should get confirmation of that tomorrow. And Manchester is a very obviously important area for an election. Yeah, I do. Like the Tories, because, again, if you get into power mostly because people don't want to vote for the Tories, and then you fucking lied about everything to promise everything to everyone, and you're not delivering shit. I know some people argue they have delivered one or two minor things, but whatever. Everybody, you know, we keep being told, oh, the cost of living is going down, fixing the foundations, and everything is personally getting more expensive, at least where I am. You know, again, everybody was saying that you go to your supermarket and try and buy food, costs more than it did a month ago, costs more than it did a month prior. And again, it was like the other day where they were boasting that inflation was down. No, it was down from a higher number, but it's still up higher than it was before. You know. I hate statistics like that. Like, if you want something that you basically in real life, you want no inflation or you want deflation. Deflation is generally good for the average person, even though all the big corporate news people will tell you it's not, because they're not going to make as much money on their houses and all that sort of shit. But, you know, and they can't sell their products for as much or whatever. But yeah, with yeah, they have delivered pain and misery in big numbers. I would agree with you there. I am excellent at delivering pain and misery to my voters. I am a very good politician. Yeah, but again, like I said, what people actually, I think most people in the country could do with is deflation, not inflation at all. Or, you know, inflation basically being 0 or 0.1, 0.2. But where inflation is at like 3 to 5%, and then they're going, oh look, inflation went up again another 3%, but at least it's down from 5%. Yeah, but it's still a number going fucking up, isn't it? That people already can't afford. And it's just getting worse. How much damage an axe does to these guys. Yeah, about the same as a sword. What about the pickaxe? Oh, oh. What I don't like with the swinging mechanic in this is there's not a good way to swap the target. Like, you know, in Dark Souls where you can just do that. You can't do that in this, which does make you a bit vulnerable. Because that isn't a very good targeting system, in all honesty. How much damage does a shovel do? Bonk. Oh, it's actually quite good. Okay. What about the heavy attack with the shovel? Oh, there is no heavy attack with the shovel. Okay. Bonk. Oh. Okay. Quite like the shovel for zombies. I know you can find a halberd somewhere, which is like an even better version of the shovel, but it is very slow. So you have to, you know, use it as appropriate. It's more like a crowd control weapon than one for, like, you know, getting in, attacking, and then getting out from an enemy. Fixing the foundations. Right-wing fuggery. Right. Let's put those good materials here for now. Right, and I got the fast travel point set up at the other end of the island. Right, let's check that next place to the west along the beach. So it's pretty much due west, isn't it, of here, not That's probably going to be one of the other ships, I think, based on where it looks like it's on the map in relation to the coastline. Right, might as well on the crab just use this pickaxe, because that, yeah, seems to hit it for quite a bit of health. Alright, ought to try and put my bandages into a single pile as well. Again, I have got a better bag now, but still. Yeah, and just keep using one of them so I get off the toolbar faster. Oh, banana. Oh, right, so this might be a factual incorrect thing with this. Natural bananas apparently never look like this. This is a thing where, like, humans have kind of selectively bred bananas to look like bananas we know today, but apparently natural bananas never look like this. So that might be a mistake in the game. Like that. But again, if it's a bit stylized, it is one of those who cares thing, and most people don't even know that bit of trivia. Oh no, this is a mining spot apparently, not another beach. Although there again, might be able to get some nails from this. You are, but I think a couple of years ago some of the politicians wanted you to register your chickens, so evidently they don't want you keeping your own chickens. I know a few people that do it, but yeah, we've never done that around ours, but yeah, you know, so you just get essentially, you feed the chickens not very much, and then you get eggs. But yeah, they apparently are claiming it's because of bird flu, like avian flu, the reason that they want people to register their chickens. But I fucking bet you, as always, it's, oh, we don't like people being self-sustainable with food. So yeah, you are allowed, but I bet a lot of politicians want to change that. And again, you can grow all your own vegetables in your garden and that, but again, it's one of those things that would not fucking surprise me if, where, you know, that used to be seen as a good thing, you being very self-sufficient. They do not like that at all now, because it makes it harder to control people. But sadly, that does seem to be one of those things that is dying out a bit. Because, like I said, when I was younger, I knew a lot more families that used to keep chickens. Now I don't think nowhere near as many do. I know some people even keep chickens in houses. Because I assume as long as you have, like, a kind of, like, interior hutch thing that you can just de-shit and, like, de-feather every now and then, you could, in theory, have chickens inside, couldn't you? I mean, it's still a better life than being a fucking battery hen. And then the government will probably go, oh no, that's cruel and unusual. You can't give a chicken like a very good indoor thing. I have to run all this copper back to camp in a minute. I think with the fast travel, by the way, you need to travel from fast travel point to fast travel point. I don't think it lets you, what do you call it? You know, like travel from, like where I am now to a fast travel point. I think I have to physically, so that's a bit high. Oh, hello. Has he got a friend as well? Sounds like there might be another one in here. Oh shit, there is another one. Shovel time. Let's get this one bleeding. Then he's going to get the shovel. Oh shit, there comes another one. Oh, fuck you. Oh shit, oh I got him at the same time. At least I should be able to get my stuff back quite easily, because I've got, like I said, all this set up on this island now. Right, I do need to eat though. But again, because that's pre-cooked food, it doesn't, you don't lose it on death. Right, so I want to be going... yeah, just along here. Yeah, I'll play for like another 15 or so minutes. So yeah, but this anyway, is... oh, it's got a star next to it. I wonder what that means. Does it mean like an elite one? Or does that mean you get like a unique reward from it or something? Oh, shit, come on. No, I don't think it dropped anything unique. Yeah, so you've got an M10, what about it? I mean, it was quite a long time ago I reviewed the M10. And obviously the cheek filters are going to depend how well they've been sealed. Because one of my M10s came with working filters, the others were completely fucked due to age. So again, if you've got the filters in, they seem all intact. The filters may or may not work depending on age. Because again, nobody makes cheek filters anymore. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a ball with a star next to him as well. But I did want to just go get my death items. That's actually... oh, I see. So, although I died technically here, I'm underground, aren't I? So I have to go into the cave to get to my death point. Right. I get that mechanic. Ah, that's good. You're well preserved. Anyway, what do you want to ask? If I don't answer you, it's because YouTube hasn't shown your question, by the way, if you ask one. Because that sometimes happens with people where they keep saying, oh, you're ignoring me. And I'm like, no, it's just YouTube isn't showing me the comment. Yeah, that is lucky, because again, if they were in a really good sealed vacuum-packed little thing, that sometimes they are, and they were more recent ones rather than older ones, yeah, they can sometimes still work. Anyway, ask away if you've got a question, and if I see it, I'll try and answer it. Stopper, yeah, might as well get this here. Yeah, it's because on a live stream at least, YouTube has like their own blacklist of words which they don't tell people what they are. And if like one of those words or too many of them in a sentence, I don't know exactly how it works, comes through, it just shadow bans the comment. And sometimes when people have found a way of typing them in, there's stuff that's like not even offensive in the slightest, not like a dangerous question, yet it's somehow gone on like the comment watch list kind of thing. What I do personally is if I go on a video and I want to know if the comment's gone through, open another window in like an incognito tab. If you see your comment on the other tab, you know it's gone through. If it's not there, YouTube's hidden it. Hello John, right, and Legal Nukes. Don't forget to like the stream if you're on. I'm not on much longer because I've had to do a bit of a weird time of day. There might be a chance, though, I might get a chance to stream later. But, like I said, I wanted to stream now because I knew, like, when I started streaming earlier, I could at least stream at this time. Where the problem was, like, if I stream later, it's if I get the chance to do it, because I've got other shit. Sadly, I need to get done today. Yeah, sometimes, if you're asking a question about, like, safety, like, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes if you say, does it contain asbestos and something like that, YouTube censors that. Doesn't always, but sometimes. So some people say, is this filter safe? Does it contain asbestos? And that gets hidden. But when they word it differently, it doesn't. And again, I have no clue why YouTube does that. But I don't think asbestos itself is a banned word by YouTube. But I think sometimes when other words are used in combinations of it in sentences, because a lot of the time I get asked, like, is this filter safe to use? Blah, blah, blah. And as far as I know, and again, I'm not an expert on this, because I don't know if they've ever been sent to a lab for an analysis, so I'm just going to have to guess. From what I've heard, the Czech filters didn't contain asbestos, because the Russians mined their asbestos in asbest in the Soviet Union, and the Czechs kind of used the cottony type particulate stuff, because they just got it themselves from somewhere, you know, that was local, and they didn't have to pay the Soviets for all the fees, because again, the Soviets take over your country, essentially, give a puppet government, but then still force you to pay them bills for loads of things. So yeah, if the Soviets say you have to do blah blah X, Y and Z, that doesn't actually mean that they're going to help provide you for that service for a good price. That's why the Czechs and the Poles... Oh, fuck. The Czechs and the Poles... No, I want to... Come on. So say that's why the Czechs and the Poles a lot of the time try to get... Oh, I don't want to be unarmed. No. Oh, good, he bled out. Right, not enough inventory space. Right, can I open all these? Yeah, cool. Yeah, now it's picked up. Use another bandage. Alright, cool, there'll be a single stack now. Right, let's take all this stuff back to camp, and then might be able to go out on one more little raid thing from the camp before I end the stream. Right, that's the way out. Right, turn the lantern off, because I've still got about 2/3 of the lantern left. But yeah, so if your mask was made around 1975, my guess is, if it's Czech, your filters are probably safe, as long as they're not leaking. Because again, the thing is, even if a filter doesn't contain asbestos, if you've got a leaking filter, there's generally still stuff in there that is harmful to people. Asbestos is like the really scary bit. But again, even if you bought a modern filter and it's leaking, you don't want to be breathing in that charcoal dust and whatever else they use. So, if your question was, your one's from about 1975, is the filter safe to use? As long as, you know, that you're not noticing anything dusty come out the filter if you use it, should be alright. But like I said, I don't 100% know if Czech filters are safe or not. Like, I know Soviet ones definitely aren't, but with a lot of the communist satellite ones, for example, I know some of the Polish Cold War filters, if you look at some of the materials in them, they're not made the exact same way as the Soviet ones, which makes me think if they do have asbestos, it's not the same asbestos. And again, that's still not good for you, but you know, like I'm saying, it's like obviously didn't come from the Soviet asbestos mine. I'm going to take all that stuff to the other island. Yeah, let me just try the fast travel mechanic a minute. I'm just going to do some food while I'm on this one. Right, okay, so what I want to do is, let's try the fast test. I can read the one that says test. Yeah, I see, so yeah, you use fast travel to fast travel, yeah. So you need fast travel points to fast travel, you can't just do it with one. You need 2 plus ones. Yep, so, alright, if it keeps silencing you, don't try and keep saying it, because another thing YouTube does is, it seems if you type the stuff that's silenced over and over again, they just shadow ban you. I don't know if it's just my channel they'll do that to, or if you would not be able to comment on anybody else's video for like a cooldown period. So yeah, I generally advise people, if that seems to be happening to you, to just stop commenting for a bit. Right, cool, so we've got a load more of that shit being made there. So this is a demo, Oscar, it's called Rosewind. It's apparently like Valheim, but I've never played Valheim. But lots of people are playing this demo at the moment, and it's doing better than a lot of AAA shit, as you can probably imagine. So there's a lot of people sort of, that was like my cooking chest, wasn't it, that one? There's a lot of people sort of wish listing it, that and that. Or a rough hide, I will take that out of there. Actually no, because I'm going to use this thing, aren't I, for all my crafting needs. Right, I've got 10 nails on me, I'll keep those. I want to keep a bit of some of the materials on me just for when I go back to the other island. Yeah, so at the moment, sadly, you probably won't be able to comment very much, because like I said, it's a shit system, but it's not me doing it. It's... Because again, like I said, I get a lot of people that get annoyed at me, saying it's me doing it. What, is it just not letting you comment on what the live streams on the normal videos? Because obviously, if you can comment on a live stream like you're doing now, you're not blocked from my channel or anything. So again, I don't know what's going on. It's going to be some sort of YouTube back-end censorship. But like I said, I don't really know what to say because, you know. Oh, actually, I am going to, if I can get some more boars quickly on this island, because they're not scary, I will, with the leather, upgrade my sword a couple of times, just because I don't have Twitch. So I've got a Kick, but nobody's really subbed to it yet. If I get popular enough on Kick, I'll have 2 chats running simultaneously. But I don't have a Twitch, because I heard Twitch is a bit shit now in terms of, like, you know, revenue that goes to the people that do the videos and that, whereas Kick pays a lot better. Again, no, I don't want to be streaming on loads of platforms just for the sake of people asking questions about stuff. Like I said, when Kick gets... I get popular enough on Kick, I'll put a second window there, you can ask the comment there. But at the moment, I'm not popular on Kick to bother putting a little window there. Like I said, I'm not just a streamer, you know, I do conventional videos as well. That's also happened on Twitch, though, hasn't it? Because I know there was some guy that was, like, beaten to death on Twitch or something, and the people who own Twitch didn't give a shit about it. Or some shit like that. Yeah, that's the main problem I've heard, that it's a bit like with the 2-tier policing in the UK. It seems like, yeah, certain streamers can get away with stuff while other streamers can't. So again, it's, if a rule was applied evenly, even if you didn't like the rule, you can kind of say fair enough. But obviously the problem is with a system where you don't know if you're allowed to do something or not, because some people get away with it. Well, maybe they streamed it to Twitch as well. Sounds about right, but I thought that was on Twitch as well by the sound of it. Yeah, like I said, I have a Twitch account, but I don't use it to stream. I sometimes use it when other people I used to know used to stream on Twitch more often. I don't think they bother now. So again, it's one of those things where, like I said, I don't really see much point in going on Twitch. Like I said, if my Kick thing goes well enough, eventually I'll do a dual stream where I chat with people on both platforms, but at the moment, until, you know, I get any viewers on Kick or whatever, not much point. But like I said, at least with this meld studio thing compared to OBS, I can stream to multiple platforms at once, and it doesn't, you know, doesn't take any energy from me to do it. I just see if I can open my Kick on my phone just to see if it is currently live streaming to it, because I've got this set up so it should live stream to Kick. But I don't know if I actually had to open a tab like I've got with YouTube, you know, to say, I am streaming on Kick currently, kind of thing. So let me log into my Kick. Oh, is it logged into my Google rather than... Yeah, that's been streaming absolutely fine to my Kick. I don't think... Right, if I get a couple of people on, I will try and do a pop-out window like I do with YouTube. I won't do it on today's one, because I've nearly finished the stream now. But I will put a Kick box in like I've done with the YouTube one, because now I've got this software that lets me do that. I might as well have several streaming platforms on the go at once. Because that way, you know, if one's a bit quiet, it's not really hurting the chat if I have a Kick window up and it only gets a message every 10 minutes, if it's only taking up a little square of the screen. And again, if enough people, I think, subscribe to you on Kick, I think then you can get monetized on Kick. And again, it's just an extra income stream for me. It's okay to reveal a secret as long as it's not illegal. Don't say that you're planning on doing something that's against the law and then I have to say, I can't have you saying that on my channel. But yeah. Good. Yeah, then I'm sure it's fine. As long as it's not something stupidly offensive or whatever. Okay, again, if I'm just reading comments that come up in a box, that doesn't really matter. Because often I don't read the comments the second they come up anyway if I'm concentrating on the game, so I don't think that should matter. As long as people aren't spamming the thing on both platforms at once. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is that like historical research type stuff or what? But again, I'm not too much into archaeology and all that, but that is pretty cool. Anyway. But like I said, there's some subjects I find kind of interesting like that, but I wouldn't really know what to talk about with them, because I don't know enough about the Library of Alexandria other than it was burnt down, wasn't it, and destroyed. But I don't know much. But yeah, I need the boars before I go off. Oh, is that a boar there? Oh, yes, the game delivers. Oh, there's another fucking sow. Oh, this is the only thing I'm saying about this combat system. I don't like how you can't easily flick the lock on between two targets. Oh, and I'm dead. Well, one of them will be bleeding, and I'll know where to go because my revival thing will there. Oh shit! I've set the thing to the wrong island still. Oh, I'll like get over there quick because I've got a fast travel point. Do I get an even bigger food bar? If, oh yeah, I do. A health bar if I have two foods on the go at once. Right, okay, John, try and put it in the comments. But like I said, if YouTube stops you saying it, there's nothing I can do about that. Because it's not me. Ah, you're on die Stasi Unterlieutenant. Is that like lower lieutenant? As opposed to Uber lieutenant or something? Untermensch. This. Weren't very nice people, were they, the Stasi? Alright. Oh, that sow has like 1 HP left, look, from where I was making it bleed. But like I said, the good thing in this game is if you hurt an enemy, their health never seems to restore. I'd assume boars and things respawn, but what I mean is, say where it's bleeding now, if I ran off and the bleeding timer didn't go, yeah, see, it dies. And also, if I died and it was still bleeding, it would die in that spot. Ah, cool, yeah. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I'm going to see in a minute if John's comment comes through before I go off, and I'll read it out, John, if it comes through. But if it doesn't, yeah, I live stream a lot. Wow. I haven't live streamed in a few days because I was away, but I didn't want to say when I was away, in case, you know, then people think, oh, it's a good time to break into your house or whatever. I have got an update on some stuff going on in my life as well that might affect YouTube videos being made. Hopefully not too much, but I do want to do a video on it tomorrow. So probably for about 12, like midday tomorrow, I am going to do a personal sort of video about stuff, just so, you know, like, just so I can like update people on that. Because if some people are then asking about like why I didn't stream on a certain date or whatever, or like do any videos for a certain date, it'll become a lot more obvious if I do a video on like stuff that's going on with me and my family and that. But like I said, I didn't really want to talk about it. Right, let me look that up where that is on my phone, because I don't know without looking it up. The problem is when I'm searching what you said, it keeps trying to correct it to timpani. What, painting? Is it an anagram of painting? Anagram? Yeah, I'm a bit confused. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's just playing a joke and we're just slow getting a joke or whatever. Oh, was it an anagram of painting? Well, again. Anyway, I do want to kill some boars and then stop the stream, because I've got stuff I need to do today, like laundry and everything else. But like I said, yeah, like I said, Oscar, so I have got a Twitch. I think my Twitch is, not Twitch, sorry, Kick. I think my Kick is literally Weaponsandstuff93. So yeah, if people are having issues with the comments on here, it might be worth them subbing to my Kick, because again, I don't know what Kick's censorship of comments is like. But if enough people are on Kick, I might as well then have the chat open on there, and I can just, you know, then I can at least read out stuff if YouTube's hiding it. Because like I said, YouTube censorship, oh, so there's a painting where, like, there's somebody, holding a pencil or something. And in the painting, that is where it might be or something. Again, like I said, I'm not really into all the archaeology stuff, but I'm sure for people that are, that's quite interesting. Anyway, right, might as well take those extra bandages on me. Alright, I have 3 boar hide, so I needed boar hide, didn't I, for my weapons, so let's at least do that. Again, this is a demo, this isn't even a full game, this is a free demo. I know there was a whole Twitch thing where, like, Twitch didn't provide any protection for their streamers at some Twitch thing, because I know there's the thing where Emiru got, like, molested by somebody, wasn't there? And, like, Twitch were like, oh, who cares? And she basically was lucky because she had her own private security. But again, I don't follow a lot of streamers. I just, like I said, I just watch Asmongold stuff, so I know who Emiru is because of him, like Tectone and that, but I don't really watch other streamers. I like, again, there's some streamers, like, especially Asmongold, I like watching his stuff, you know, played back, if you like, where, you know, you get the highlights from his streams that get put on YouTube and that, but I don't, unless it's somebody like where Weapon Collector used to stream quite a lot on Twitch when he played video games, and we all had, like, the chat and a laugh a bit like this. I'd go on those, but there's not really any big streamers in personally I follow. I prefer just watching videos when they're done and dusted, unless it's something where the, you know, chat isn't moving so fast you can't comment. Oh, oh yeah, I've got my iron ingots were in there. Well, it's not iron, it's copper, isn't it? Right, take all. Yeah, put the copper ingots in storage. But now that's back, I can upgrade. Oh, I can upgrade that twice, right. So yeah, this now does 160 attack, this cutlass. Not cutlass, this little rapier. Yeah, exactly. Again, it's like the whole thing where there's the, like, nice meme about the teachers, isn't there? But it is fucked up if it happens to a kid. You know, again, like, as a 17-year-old boy when I was in 6th form, there were a couple of teachers where I wouldn't have said no. Let's put it that way. But that doesn't mean it's alright. But, you know, some of the fit teachers in their 20s, they could have given me some extracurricular, you know, activities. Yeah, you can put pretty much any GOST filter on them, though. So again, if you get a PMG1 or PMK2, you could put a lot of modern Chinese filters on, which are perfectly safe and work fine. Modern Russian filters are a bit hard to get out of the thing. What about Cyprus, John? Was that where you're saying you think it might be? But anyway, can I give him, like, a job to do while he's here? Workers? No, guests. So all I can do is evict, so I can't. But I think he makes potions for me. Do you have anything for me yet? Yeah, and now and again he gives you potions when you speak to him, so that is useful at least. Right, okay, so before I stop the stream, I'll stay on a few more minutes. I'll go to the northern edge. Yeah, Cyprus, it came through the first time. Or something in Russia, or I don't know, again. Right, anyway, I'm gonna, yeah, before I go off, now I've got the better sword, I just want to test that on the other island. I just want to see, have I got, like, nails and shit in this one? Because if I have, I want to take them to the other island. Again, I'm trying to remember which storage things I used. Right, let's take this wood. Oh, let's take all these fibres. I think I need 10 rope and 20 coarse fibres for the thing I'm going to do with the ship on the other island, by the way. Coarse fabric. And I can just... I'll call it remembers the number you've done. Right, cool. So then... Right, I need 5 more ropes, but I can get those on the other island. Actually, because I only need some stuff for it, I might as well just quickly do it here. Just need the proper bits like that, yeah, that give you the plant fibres. Right, if I get like an extra 20 plant fibre, that should easily cover it. I mean, Cyprus is close to the Greek Empire, wouldn't it, at the time? But... Right, anyway, that's probably enough plant fibre. So, rope. How many did I have on me at the moment? 8. Right, I need 2 more ropes. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna craft all the rest of that coarse fabric into bandages. Oh, probably just about 5 will do. It's just I want to be set up properly for when I can do another 5, can't I? There we go, that takes up one slot. Right, okay, so I've almost got enough wood for the ship. I need to find if there was a container I put nails in on this island. Just because if I've got spare nails here, I want to take them to the other island. Oh, hang on, I can get the wood up a bit there without using up a full slot. 22 nails, excellent. I think that will be enough nails on its own. Oh, I did have enough rope there anyway, but well. Let's take a load more bacon and eggs. Just so I've got a good health bar. Right, let's just try and repair the ship before I end this stream, and we'll call that an end for this stream. But yeah, if anybody is interested in my kick, let me get up the URL for you, or the best I can for the kick. So, I don't have an app for it, I don't know if they have an app, but I'll have a look at that if I get popular enough on there. So, my kick username... The only comment I've had on this, by the way, is one thing, you know, like trying to spam you with, so I'll ban this person. There we go. You know, one of those people saying, like, come to some dodgy URL for whatever. But, yeah, my channel is literally Weaponsandstuff93. So, in theory, look, if you go to that kick thing, that should be how you sub to me on there, as well as my YouTube. But like I said, if enough people do that, I'll put a kick window in, and then if you're trying to type stuff in that should be completely fine to ask, but YouTube isn't letting you say, you should be able to, you know, ask me those questions on the kick, hopefully. Right, anyway, I was going, wasn't I, to the other island quick, because I do need to get on with ship. So, fast travel to this island, yep. Then I need to locate a boat somewhere. So, oh, I need a bigger boat. Okay, so it could be this one, or it could be the other one. So, does that show up on my map? No, but it's just northwest of me, isn't it? So yeah, if I run roughly and land in this direction, I should meet it. No, I've got a couple of full infantry uniforms thing. Yeah, it's because over time they've just made it stricter and stricter and stricter, and a lot of it, like I said now, is done kind of in a shadow ban way, where they don't actually tell you what it is that you're saying that you're not allowed to say. Oh, hang on. Again, I am going to where I want to, but I don't want to leave any of these where they could attack me. Oh. Okay, cool. But yeah, so my like I was saying, Yeah, because obviously I have a list of words that get you put on the thing where I have to approve a comment. But that shows up for me and moderators, so that's where if you say, like, a slur that YouTube hasn't shadow banned. So let's say you called me a retard. What would happen with your comment then is your comment will show up for me as, like, hidden, like, review, and then I can say approve, disapprove. You know, like, and generally, like, swear words do that on YouTube sometimes. But, like I said, there's a massive thing on YouTube now where I just don't see comments at all, because YouTube just kind of makes it look to you like the comment's still there and you've posted it, but really it's not. Okay, this is the right direction. I'm going northwest still. Do want to heal though. More banana. Ah, cool. Yeah, like I said, I've got some sort of almost full things, but not like all the matching belts and boots and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, that's not really the stuff I collect. Like I said, that East German mannequin in the background, I don't know where you can see that where the webcam is at the moment. That's kind of like a full uniform, but again, but like the bout on it, if I had a bout on it, wasn't the official. Although I do have a DDR infantry bout somewhere. So these like ruins or something, aren't they? Yeah, have a quick look here. There's nothing. Oh no, the savage boar. I do not want to fuck with that. Right, if I get up here, can the savage boar not get to me? Don't know if there's really anything of interest up here. But oh, there's a chest though. I will take that. Damaged flask. This metal flask is a little bit. Oh, so this opens like a quest line, does it, these things? Okay, so were these things, so that's for a quest, so hopefully that doesn't take up inventory space. Ah, yeah, cool, they're curios, so they're just things that sit in this menu, but don't actually, yeah, require me to do anything with them. Yeah, it did obviously have the officer's cap on it at one point and everything, but like I said, it used to just stand up on its own in that room out there, but when we had to move the room around to make space, I've just taken the torso. So the legs of it are there, that's the torso there. And it's obviously got a PIF helmet on as well, which isn't any NVA one. Oh yeah, I didn't want to get fucked by the balls, did I? But yeah, so basically, again, is that the ship that can be repaired, or is that the fucked ship? Because I can't see if it's just a shortish ship or if it's completely missing its stern. No, I think that might be the stern there. I think it's just... yeah, it's got the stern. That might be the repairable ship. Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to clear all this shit away first. Right, because this is the place for the bigger boat, while I'm here, let's build a bonfire. Build a thing so I can respawn. Oh, I need more fibre, is it? Well, I can put the fast travel point here. Right, so that's that. So I needed just more plant fibre, didn't I, for the tent? So I want to get that before I start dealing with all the enemies over here. Because that way I can at least respawn right here, although if I do die, at least the fast travel point makes this not as bad. Yeah, a lot, like, I've got a couple of old commie jackets, and most of them are pretty damn good in cold weather. Like, you know, they're good wool materials, or like synthetic materials that work well. I think it was about 20 for that tent, but I'm just going to get all this seaweed. And some wood we can grab. Which one's a Czech AIM-85? I'll look that up in a second. I know I've got a couple of Czech jackets, I think, but Czech AIM-85 Parker. Oh no, I don't have that one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, again, I need to stop buying shit like that, so I'm not going to get one of those, because I've got enough winter jackets. I have the Czech kind of, not strict-on one, you know, the Czech needle one or whatever it's called, with the IR coating, which is really cool. Oh, see you, John, if you're off. I'm going to be off anyway in just literally a minute or two. I'm just still fucking about chatting with you guys, but I do need to really get on and do some stuff, so, you know. Right, so that should be enough plant fibre and wood and all that shit to just build me a little tent here again. Yeah, good. Right, so I suppose if I'm making that, do I have enough for the... If I get 2 more stones, I can just build a cooking fire here, which will be handy. Yeah, just... Right, set this as my revival point. Yeah, there we go. Put a little cooking fire here. Is there anything else on me that I got enough to cook? Yeah, these. Might as well take those just so I've got a few more health items. Well, those actually don't heal you, do they? They make your actual full health bar bigger. Right, let's just repair the ship, then I'll finish the stream. I haven't actually seen it yet. I'll have to have a look at it. But again, that's probably an easier thing for me to look up on the stream where I'm not playing a game. Just when I'm just chatting with you guys, like via webcam or whatever. Right, so what I'm trying to do here is obviously kill the enemies one at a time without all of them coming after me. If I can do that. Yeah, right, good. That drowned. Right, he's in Conquistador armor, isn't he? So I'm going to probably have to hit him with my fucking pickaxe. How much does this do to him? Bonk. 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 Right, finally. Yeah, that big fucker's down. Right, use a bandage. Deal with this crab. How much does this do to the crab? Not awful. Oh. Again, typically I've got somebody PMing me while I'm on the stream, and I've not found a way yet of, unless I close stuff of, but yeah, that, again, fuck's sake. If I open Telegram up on my phone, does it stop them coming up on my PC? But yeah, it's again, just because of personal things, I don't like it when people's messages come up when I'm streaming, because then, you know, it's other people's confidentiality stuff coming up. So yeah, but again, it's an annoying thing to remember to always exit like every messaging platform before you. You need 100 wood, 20 nails, 20 pieces of core fabric, 10 rope. Okay, so what have I not got from that? It's the wood I still need, isn't it? So hopefully I can get all that wood here. I might just go inland and get it quick. Right. Yeah, again, I don't know why, but like I said, over time, Oscar, it literally gets like I said, all things now are definitely getting more censored on it. Like I said, it's so the time for the next live stream. Again, if I stream tonight, probably 5-6 p.m. I don't really know, because again, if I stream tonight, it's if I get a bit of spare time tonight to stream. But a lot of days I stream 5 p.m. UK time or later, because that's the time most people said is best for them. As in, when I did a poll on it, and I have to check the poll again to see if more results have come in, but generally the later in the day was the best result. So the later the day got in the UK, the more popular it was with people for me to stream. Because obviously more Americans are awake, and like I'd say 60% of my audience maybe is American. Well, it's probably not 60%, but let's say it's 40%. It's the biggest single country out of all my subscribers are Americans, by quite a big amount. So ideally, I want to time it so it's, you know, a good time west and east coast. Which comments, John? Probably not all of them, no. I got the ones where you were saying about Cyprus when I read them out. Again, that was about it. Right, again, if you see... Actually, you can see yourself if the comments have worked, how this works. Look, because anything that comes up on that bit of the screen there is what I can see. So I got the one where you said, what was that? Large angel crowning someone in Chair Central, seeing lots of people. Oh, Chair Central in the scene. And Owl says the multicam copy of White Triangles in it for some reason. I haven't seen that. I have to look that up at some point. But you said it could be just your own fanatical mind thinking it up. It seems strange, all things correct. Yeah, interesting, but like I said, I'm not... If you made other comments, they've not shown up. But like I said, sometimes I just miss a comment when I'm concentrating on stuff. Right, I need a bit more wood. And then like I said, once I've repaired the ship, I do really need to go, because I need to get some, for now anyway, some jobs done around the house. I've got all my laundry from when I was away I need to get done. I need to look at getting a food delivery in, because some of the food now I've got back is quite low. So I need to see if I can order a supermarket thing for today. Again, where my mate lived, it was really good because it was 5 minutes walk from a 24/7 shop. I do not have that luxury, and I don't want to spend an hour walking to the shops and walking back. Oh shit! Bonk. You camera quickly while he's fucking around over there. Yeah, there we go. Right, there we go. Ship's repaired. I will be off in just a moment. I'm just going to kill these enemies near here. Yeah, it definitely was worth upgrading this rapier, because yeah, it does a decent amount more damage now. I assume the bleeding damage doesn't go up, just the base damage. Was 65 always the total of what it was before? I think it was. Was it 45 before? That's quite a noticeable chunk of their health bar going down each time though. Right, good. Oh, that's cool. I mean, maybe that's a bad thing, because that's always one of the things... Right, I need to rescue the men now to get my ship working. That will do it for this stream. So yeah, this is called Rosewind. This game isn't out yet. This is literally an early access demo. But I have been streaming this today for however long. 159 minutes this session, it says. Might be a little bit less on stream. But the point being that... you know, this is literally a demo, and I played about an hour of it before I started streaming it today when I got in yesterday. So, like I said, this looks like it's going to be pretty promising. But, like I said, it's only a demo, but if they let you play this much of the demo, it generally means the developers are pretty confident that they've made a good game. Right, anyway though, but I will be off because obviously otherwise I'm not going to get off and I need to get stuff done today. At least with gas masks, again, as I go off, gas masks are one of those things that probably don't depreciate in price if you take care of them with a lot of surplus. A lot of surplus, as long as you look after it, you'll probably at least get your money back worth if you sell it again. As long as, you know, you don't do a rush sale and sell it really cheap. I've got a couple of pre-made ones, but I don't really have the patience, and I have shaky hands to glue stuff together and paint it myself. One of my mates is really into Airfix, but I'm just personally not. Again, I have some old 40k stuff, but it's just like I could never get that good at it. And I really don't have the patience for stuff like that now. Right, anyway, I'll be off. So, again, my M10M was about £30 for the mask, the bag, all the accessories quite a while ago. But anyway, yeah, I'll be off. So I've been on 2+ hours. That's pretty good. Right, have a good day, everyone. Like I said, might stream this evening if I get a chance, with other things going on today, might not. Depends if I get a chance. Right, have a good day, everyone. See you all, hopefully, later on today, if not tomorrow. But like I said, there's a more serious video I'm doing tomorrow that'll go on about midday. Yeah, you've obviously been hearing me, because it's saying on there, couldn't hear you talking, but yeah, thankfully, it has been working. But yeah, I got an error for the microphone, even though it was working.